Whenever I'm getting ready to do a through hike, I get a lot of questions about my gear. What am I taking? What am I leaving home? What am I upgrading? What might be new in my pack? I'm going to share all that with you right now. So today I'm going to show you everything that I've got in my pack, and if you have any questions, feel free to just drop a comment down below. I decided I'm going to do two versions of this video. The first one is an overview of everything I'm taking. The second one is going to be full detail, and I will share with you not only what I'm carrying, but things like how long I've had it, how I feel it performs, and all that good information if you really want to dive deep into the gear list. For this particular trip, I'm going to be using my 𝐒𝐻𝐢, and basically an 𝐒𝐻𝐢 just ties to a tree, so it's a little bit heavier than a typical food bag, but I don't have to worry about a bear hang, which is one of my least favorite camp chores. I use smelly proof bags inside the 𝐒𝐻𝐢 so that there are no odors available to curious bears. Toiletries get stored in one of these as well. For my cook system, I have a really nice compact solution. This is a 𝐂𝐡𝐢𝐬 550 milliliter pot. And in case you're curious, 𝐂𝐡𝐢𝐬 is a women-owned company. I just carry a lighter, a few extra matches in case my lighter doesn't work. I'm trying out a different stove this time. This one is by 𝐂𝐡𝐢𝐬. In the past, I have used an MSR Pocket Rocket, and also my last trip on the Tahoe Rim Trail, I used a 𝐂𝐡𝐢𝐬 super light stove. This is even lighter than that. It's really a good deal if you're looking for a backpacking stove that doesn't break the bank. I also keep my bandana in here. I use this kind of as a hot mat to pick up my pot, to wipe up any crumbs or anything like that. This is a 𝐂𝐡𝐢𝐬 titanium spoon. It has a polished bowl, which is game changer if you haven't tried one. And also the long handle is convenient because if you're doing rehydrated, freeze-dried type meals and you're eating out of a bag, this is a good way to keep your hands clean. For water, I am using the 𝐻𝐻𝐢𝐬 Be Free filter system. This is just a soft bag and then a filter that you can buy together or separately if you need to replace the filter. These are screaming fast when you first get them, but they do slow down over time. I just recently cleaned my filter. I just soaked it in some warm water and rinsed it real well, and it's a lot faster than it used to be. My tent for this trip, and most every trip I've done in recent memory, is the 𝐸ₚₛ X-Mid Pro 1. I got this tent when it first came out. I liked it. I liked the 1 pound weight, which is awesome, but there were some quirks that I wasn't real happy with. Since then, 𝐸ₚₛ has made some improvements and adjustments to this tent, so I would love to get my hands on a newer version, but it's not in the budget right now. Along with the tent, I have a homemade footprint. This is Polycrow. You can buy this at Ace Hardware or other home improvement stores as window film. It's like the shrink film that people use to winterize their windows. My tent stakes are little shepherd's hook stakes. There's 6 of these. They're very, very light. I carry a small pack towel. It's ultra absorbent, so if I'm doing a longer hike where I'm going to be in town, this can dry my whole body. I won't need it for that, but I do use it in my tent when I wake up in the morning if there's a lot of condensation inside the tent, or if it's damp outside from dew or rain, I can wipe it down before I pack it up. A little piece of Tyvek. This is a brand new one, and I just washed it to make it softer and less crinkly. I use that as my kind of sit-upon, and then I also use it outside my tent. It's a great landing pad for things outside the tent. For my sleep system, I am using a Thermarest pad. This is the one that a lot of people call the Pringles pad because it crinkles, but they have definitely gotten better over the past few years. It's got, I believe, a 4.2 R value. I'll put that down there as a concession to being an older backpacker. I'm turning 60 this year. I got myself a little flex tail pump. It can inflate and deflate my pad. New for me for this trip is this silk blend liner from Sea to Summit. This one was a freebie, so that was really nice. Many thanks to the person that gave it to me. And I am looking forward to trying it. I have been using an Amazon pillow for my past few trips. I have the Sea to Summit one that I also like. It's rectangular like a pillow from home, and it's got a layer of down in the top, so that's nice. But one thing I don't like about this, and part of the reason that I got the Amazon pillow, is that I wanted something softer, closer to my skin. I didn't want to just lay my face right on this because it does have a bit of a plasticky feel. This little pillow cover, it's made out of silk, and I'm going to just take this pillow and this cover and see how it does for me. I use a quilt instead of a sleeping bag. This is from Underground Quilts. This one has been a dream. I had them put a little extra down in the foot box. With the addition of the extra down, I'm guessing it's about a 17-degree quilt. And it opens up completely, which is really nice. I roll around a lot, so this is really much more flexible for me than a sleeping bag. For safety, I carry a few small but essential items. A Garmin InReach Mini that allows me to communicate. I can send satellite messages just to say I'm in camp if there's no cell service. And I've also used this in the past to communicate with shuttle drivers when I've needed to get off trail. This is a little teardrop thermometer, but sometimes you just want to know what the weather is like. And then finally, I have a little tiny knife. This is a Gerber knife. I've had it for several years. The weight of it is perfect. The Patagonia hiking tee that I've been using for years. I think this is my third or fourth one actually. They wear really well, they clean well, they dry well. Patagonia shorts, incredibly lightweight fabric. They have a liner in them, so there's no need for undies. They're great if you want to just hop in a lake and go swimming. They will also dry off very, very quickly. I have a new pair of Balegas. They've got some silver infused in them, and that helps with the odors. A little bit of padding, just really, really comfortable. Underneath those, I'm going to wear 𝐒𝐮𝐩𝐠𝐵𝐭 liners. These are my go-to tried and true secret to preventing blisters. For hiking shoes, I'm going to be wearing a pair of La Sportiva Akashas. I really like these shoes. They have a great grip. They fit me very well because I have narrow feet, but they've got plenty of room in the toe box. So if you have feet like that, they might work for you. And then I do change out the insoles. I use 𝐓𝐴𝐻𝐼 Total Support. These are the insoles that I use in all of my hiking shoes. To keep the sun off my hands, and I don't know, I grew up in Florida. You can see I call them 80-year-old hands, but lots of sunspots from not taking care. Now I'm pretty meticulous about that, and I'm just using a pair of really lightweight outdoor research sun gloves. I have this Astroman Air sun hoodie from Outdoor Research, and it really works well to protect from sun, but also from wind. And I have a nice little lightweight ball cap for sleeping. I like wool, especially when it's humid, because it does keep you warm even if you are damp or wet. Wearing the wool leggings, and then also this wool shirt that I have from North Face. Those are both going to keep me warm and comfortable. Sleep socks from Farm to Feet. The little Melanzana beanie. I got this in Leadville, Colorado when I got my Melly pullovers. And if I need a mid layer, I have got this Mountain Hardwear Air Mesh fleece. This is about the lightest weight one that I have found. This is the tried and true Ghost Whisperer Puffy from Mountain Hardwear. I bought this back in 2017 when I was getting ready to hike the Appalachian Trail. For rain gear, I have a jacket from Lightheart Gear. Like most of my gear, it is very lightweight. It does have pit zips, which are handy to keep you cool. So you may have seen some other people using these as food bags. That is really what this is designed for. And it's gonna hold my clothes instead of my food, since all my food is gonna be in the earth sack. And I really wanna thank the guys at Hilltop Packs for hooking me up with this. And they will print whatever you want on these things. Since I do video, I use my phone. I don't carry a separate camera. I have a nice little 𝐒𝐻𝐽𝐵 tripod that can be used on a lot of different terrain. I've tried tripods with fixed feet, but this one is really flexible and gives me a lot of options if I want to hang it off a tree or put it in some other weird place. And then I have a little Hollyland microphone set as well. This is a cute little Dyneema bag from All Man's Right that I got, I think, through Garage Grown Gear. I had two of these battery banks from Nitecore. This is the older one, and unfortunately the newer one died on me while I was on the Tahoe Room Trail. So I'm trying the new FlexTail ultralight power bank. For charging, I used to carry a lot of cables, and I found these really awesome little connectors. So I have a connector that will match everything that I need to charge, and they are all right here on this little short cable. And I've got a nice little Anchor power bank that has the collapsible prongs and a lot of power. I carry wire headphones instead of my Apple AirPods. If these should disappear, I'm not going to be heartbroken. I carry a little pee funnel. This is awesome because it allows me to pee standing up without taking my pack off. I also have a cooler cloth to wipe with. When you got to go number 2, you want to dig that lovely cat hole, and this little deuce of spades has been in my pack for a long time. I actually ended up buying another one to put in my day pack, and I just carry a little baggie to put this in and some toilet paper. My tent bag, this is the bag that I take out of my pack. I throw it in my tent, and it's got all the things that I really need. I usually have my electronics in here. I have a headlamp, and if I know I'm not going to be night hiking, then I just store it in here. This is a little Nitecore headlamp that's ultralight. I carry some dry wipes. These are kind of like baby wipes, but they don't have any chemicals on them. Some lamb's wool, some moleskin, bandages if I should need them, patch kit, tenacious tape, a lot of little odds and ends. There's a needle in here. I've got some Q-tips in here, KT tape, an emergency blanket because I was a Girl Scout and I always want to be prepared. Earplugs because you never know when you might be near somebody who's snoring or when the whippoorwills might be really loud. Tweezers, nail clippers, and an extra hair tie, along with some extra tent cord. You never know when you might need to tie something, you know, if something breaks. And then finally, a journal. I like to write every night. I keep it in a Ziploc to protect it from water, and then I always carry a pen and maybe an extra pen. My fanny pack is from Light AF. Inside there's a nice little pocket, and then I also carry little stickers that I can give people. So if you're watching and you see me on trail, ask me if I've got a sticker. I'd be happy to give you one. This is a great place to put things like lip balm with SPF in it to protect my lips, especially when it's very sunny. Carry just a little tiny bit of hand sanitizer and sunscreen so that I can reapply during the day. Usually also have some anti-chafe with me and a couple other things like snacks. And I find this is a lot better than having hip belt pockets, but Everybody feels differently about that, so you do whatever works for you, and I'll be rocking the fanny pack. That is pretty much all of my gear, and I carry it all in a backpack that I've had for, I think, 5 years now. This is a 40-liter pack from SWD, Superior Wilderness Designs. It's a custom pack, and I absolutely love it. It doesn't have much of a hip belt. It's just webbing, no pockets. I can remove it if I want and attach my fanny pack. I have a couple pockets on the front to hold things like my phone or my tripod, my water bottle, and it's really a lovely pack. I do line my pack with a trash compactor bag. It's thicker than a garbage bag, lasts a lot longer. So anyway, that is all my gear, and the total is 13.5 pounds, not including the clothes that I'll be wearing, not including my food and water or fuel. If you have any questions about what I'm carrying, where I got it, anything like that, drop those down in the comments. And next time you see me, I will probably be on the Foothills Trail.